Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. They are out of Framingham, Massachusetts. This is part of their Destination series. This is Destination Guatemala. It is 5.5% alcohol by volume. It is a beer inspired by Guatemalan breweries, and it's kind of a collaboration. I mean, not really, because they're not brewing this down at the Guatemalan brewery, but it says on the label, inspired by our conversations with El Zapote or El Zapote Brewing Company, and they are out of Guatemala. So this is a golden lager with Guatemalan coffee. And I'll read you the description on the label really quickly. It says, Guatemala, the land of eternal spring, rich agriculture, and affinity for fantastic food and coffee. Craft beer is a fledgling movement in the country, but it's being led by our friends from El Zapote Brewing. Our conversation with them inspired us to create a unique coffee golden lager with imported beans from Finca Ratana family farm in Antigua, Guatemala. We believe this beer will have a true taste of the country, and we hope you enjoy this unique lager inspired by culture, colors, and conversation. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pour it up. And as to be expected, it's a nice golden appearance. It is a golden lager. So appearance-wise, I would say that is spot on. It's a nice, slightly hazy golden color with about a finger and a half's worth of a white, frothy head. The aroma. Definitely picking up on the coffee, but it's a golden lager, so it's a lighter style. Getting a lot of traditional lager aromas. It smells a lot like Coors Banquet with a little bit of coffee added to it. You're getting the barley malt, those bready notes on the nose that you would get from a really good classic lager or American adjunct style lager. Almost has a little bit of like a corn adjuncty type aroma, but the coffee is definitely the star of the show without being too overpowering. 5.5%, you're not picking up on any alcohol. It smells like a really nice brew. It smells like it's going to be crisp and refreshing. So that being said, I am salivating. First beer of the day. Without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. That is really nice. So the coffee is there, but you get it in bursts. You get it initially, and then it kind of drops off really quickly to get into that middle sip, the bready malt notes, maybe a little bit of like a sweet corn type thing that you would get with a macro lager. It does have a little bit of a bite on the finish from the coffee. Again, it kind of comes back around, and there's a little bit of a bitterness. I can't tell if that's coming from the coffee or the hops, but there is a slight earthiness to this, so I want to say that the bitterness that I'm picking up on the back end is primarily coming from the hops and not the coffee. This is really nice. The body is light. It's very refreshing. Carbonation is medium. You're getting a nice prickly carbonation with this. It's got a drying finish, so you want to go right back in for another sip. So the sessionability with this at 5.5% is really through the roof. Just a really nice beer. I wish they made this without the coffee. This is a great lager by itself. And they could have used like the house lager as the base and then added coffee, but I think it's a little bit more involved than that. I think they use a different hop profile because of that little earthy hop note that I'm getting on the back end. But the house lager being their standard lager, that's pretty much everywhere around here, and that's it's just a standard American adjunct lager style beer from a craft brewery. So this, in a lot of ways, is like that, but it has a little bit more complexity with the hops, I believe. And then that coffee is really nice as well. This is an outstanding golden lager. And if you like coffee, I think you're really going to like this. If you're not a huge coffee person, you might also like this because the coffee's not overpowering. You get just a little bit of that coffee flavor, and then the bready malt notes in the middle of the sip with the earthy hot bite on the finish to round it out. It really just makes for an incredible brew. And at 5.5%, like I said, this is one that you could drink all day. This would be great for, outside work. This would be great for sitting around watching football. It would pair well with pretty much anything, I think, food-wise, because it's not overpowering in the sense that it would interrupt or interfere with the flavors and the food that you're eating. I'm going to go with a 95 out of 100. I think this is a solid A beer. It's really well done. Not overpowering with the coffee, nice balance with the hops and the malts. And it's light, refreshing, crisp, clean, drying, everything you want with a lager. So 95 out of 100 for the Jack's Abbey Destination Guatemala Golden Lager with Guatemalan coffee. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.